Let us solve another problem. For W is equal to 800 Newton and P is equal to 200 Newton and D is equal to 600 mm, determine the value of H consistent with the equilibrium. The system to be in equilibrium such that what is the value of H we need to find out. This problem is taken from Beer and Johnson 11th edition, page number 50, problem number 2.62. So the complete system is in equilibrium. Let us draw the free body diagram for each body here and then try to analyze and to get the value of H. So here from this cable, if you observe here, this cable from here to here completely it is a single cable. So in this single cable there exists only one single tension, and this one is another cable. In this one there exists another tension. Let us say the tension in this cable is T1 and tension in this cable is T2. Then now first let us draw the free body diagram for this body. So P is acting vertically downward. For this here what happens is this body will pull this cable downward. This will pull this body will pull this cable downward. At the same time the cable will pull this body upward. Now here this body, this one is in contact with this cable, so remove the cable and then show the force exerted by this cable on this body. So force exerted by this cable on this body is this one, that is, so this is this direction, vertically upward direction. And here whatever this shown this direction is, this is the force exerted by the body on the cable. So action reaction from Newton's third law. This completes the free body diagram for this body. The body is in one is sulfide we have shown, and this body is in contact with this cable. Remove the cable, show the force exerted by the cable on the body, so that is in this direction. For this cable to be in tension, the body will pull the cable in downward direction. At the same time this pulley here will pull this cable upward direction, thereby the cable will be in tension. So for that to happen, the force exerted by the cable on the body should be in the upward direction. And let us say we assume this as some T1. Now this is in equilibrium, and that implies it is not moving in x direction and y direction. So if you apply sigma Fy equal to 0, because it is in equilibrium, sigma Fx equal to 0, that is the summation of x components of all the forces acting on the body equal to 0, and sigma Fy summation of y components of all the forces acting on the body equal to 0. Because the body is at rest, net force must be equal to 0. Here there are no forces along x direction, so no need to take sigma Fx equal to 0. So let us take only sigma Fy equal to 0. Applying this equation here for this free body diagram, T1 is acting upward, so I take positive sign plus T1, and P acting downward, so it is minus P. This is sigma Fy. Sigma Fy equal to T1 minus P is equal to 0. T1 minus be nothing but sigma Fy. And from here further we get that this T1 P is given, that is 200, so T1 is equal to 200 Newton. Now let us draw the free body diagram for this weight W, or for this body with weight W. So again W is acting vertically downward, and we assumed that the tension in this cable is T. Again, for this cable to be in tension, so now remove this cable, show the force exerted by the cable on the body, this one. So here what the body will pull this cable downward, this direction. At the same time the cable will pull this body upward in this direction. Action and reaction. We want the force exerted by the cable on the body, because we are writing now free body diagram for this body. We have to show the forces acting on this body. Now this body is in contact with this cable, remove the cable and show the force exerted by the cable on the body. So that is in the upward direction. Cable will pull the body upward, at the same time body will pull the cable downward from Newton's third law, action reaction. Thereby the total system is in equilibrium. We assume that it is T. Again here we can apply sigma Fy equal to 0 because it is at rest, and then we'll get this is T minus W is equal to 0. So T is equal to W, that is equal to 800 Newton. Now let us draw the Fibor diagram for this pulley here. It's like this. Now here the pulley is in contact with this cable. So this cable is passing over this pulley. Let us assume that this angle here is theta and this angle here is some pi. Now here it's all one cable only, single cable. So here the tension is only one tension, that is T. So then for this case this is T, and here also this is T, but this angle here is theta, this angle here is pi. Now here this pulley is in contact with this cable. So what happens here is this pulley will try to pull the cable upward direction. At the same time the cable will try to pull the pulley downward direction. Thereby the cable will be in tension. So for this to happen, now the force exerted by this cable on the pulley must be downward direction. Pulley this cable will try to pull this pulley downward direction. So here this is already we have taken, this is T1. If we draw this free body diagram for this cable now for a complete system, let me draw it here. So here this one, and so it will try to pull this direction. At the same time we have this pull cable here, it will pull this direction. Same time, and this weight P will pull this direction, and here it will pull in the upward direction. So here at this point, that is here in contact, so this is the force exerted by the pulley on the cable, and this is the force exerted by the cable on the pulley. Similarly this one is the force exerted, this one here is the force exerted by this weight P on the cable, and this one is the force exerted by the cable on the weight P. So now assuming this as a particle, because no dimensions are given, now we can draw that same diagram as a particle. So like this, and this is some T, and given this is pi, again this is also T, and this angle is theta, and this is T1. This is T1. Now this is in equilibrium. Again resolve it along x and y direction, then we'll get so again simply two components are, one is this, other is this. This will become cos, so this is T cos pi. This will become sine, so T sine pi. And again this will become two components are, one is this, other one is this. So this will become T cos theta, and it will become T sine theta, and this is T1. So now we have resolved all the forces along x and y direction. Now we can apply sigma fx equal to 0, sigma fy equal to 0. So writing now sigma fx equal to 0, that is t cos pi minus t cos theta is equal to 0. That implies we get here cos theta is equal to cos pi, that is theta is equal to pi from this equation here. Now writing sigma fy equal to 0, that is equal to, this is t sin theta plus t sin pi minus t1 is equal to 0. Here theta is equal to pi, I can write it as, take it as some theta, so it will become 2t sin theta is equal to t1 is equal to given as 200 Newton. So we'll get now sin theta is equal to 200, that is 200, or this is, we'll get 200 by 2, t is some 800. So and solving for this theta and